Starting with part 3 of thermodynamics. Thermodynamic state variables. Before that, what are variables? फिर हम जाएंगे state variables पे, फिर हम जाएंगे thermodynamic state variables पे. ठीक है, pay attention. Variables are those which describe the characteristics of system. अच्छा ठीक है, दे आर मेजरेबल प्रॉपर्टीज़, इसलिए उनको हम मैक्रोस्कोपिक वेरिएबल्स भी बोलते हैं. बट वेरिएबल्स है क्या, ज़रा एग्जांपल दो तो मिस. ओके, प्रेशर, वॉल्यूम, टेम्परेचर, डेंसिटी एंड मास ऑफ द सिस्टम. दे डिस्क्राइब अबाउट द सिस्टम कि भाई मेरे सिस्टम का टेम्परेचर क्या है. अगर मैं बोलती हूँ माई सिस्टम इज़ एट 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस, सो यू विल कम टू नो अबाउट माई सिस्टम. इफ़ आई से माई सिस्टम इज़ एट 43 डिग्री सेल्सियस, तो तुमको समझ में आएगा कि मेरा सिस्टम हॉट है, हॉट बॉडी है. अगर 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस तो कोल्ड बॉडी है. सो दिस आर डिस्क्राइबिंग द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ माई सिस्टम. हु आर डिस्क्राइबिंग दिस आर डिस्क्राइबिंग एंड आई कैन मेजर देम. टेम्परेचर मेजर कर सकती हूँ, प्रेशर मेजर कर सकती हूँ. सो दे आर नोन एज मैक्रोस्कोपिक वेरिएबल्स. There are two types of variables, intensive variables and extensive variables. Intensive variables do not depend on the size of the system. System का अगर मैं size change कर दूँ, एक बड़ा system ले लूँ और उसको अगर मैं तोड़ दूँ, तो प्रेशर, टेम्परेचर, डेंसिटी ये सबको कुछ फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा. ठीक है, जो अक्खे सिस्टम का था तोड़ने के बाद में भी वो दो अलग अलग सिस्टम का वही रहेगा, प्रेशर, टेम्परेचर, डेंसिटी. बिकॉज इट डज नॉट, these variables, pressure, temperature, density, they do not depend on the size of the system. But extensive variables depend on the size of the system. अक्खा मेरा भी suppose this is my full pen, अगर मैंने इसको तोड़ दी तो ऑफकोर्स इसका मास तो हाफ हो जाएगा ना. अगर तोड़ने पर ये मास अलग, अब जैसे चलो इसको खोल लेते हैं, मास में चेंजेस आ गए. यहाँ मास अलग, यहाँ मास अलग. इंटरनल एनर्जी चेंज हो गई, यहाँ इंटरनल एनर्जी ज़्यादा, यहाँ इंटरनल एनर्जी कम. ठीक है, बट यहाँ इसके तो दिस आर एक्सटेंसिव वेरिएबल्स विच डिपेंड ऑन द साइज ऑफ द सिस्टम. बट यहाँ पर इसको अलग करने के बाद में भी साइज पे डिपेंड नहीं करता. कौन? इंटेंसिव वेरिएबल्स डू नॉट डिपेंड ऑन द साइज. ये अलग करने के बाद में भी प्रेशर, टेम्परेचर, डेंसिटी आर नॉट इफेक्टेड. दैट विल रिमेन सेम वॉट एवर दे वर इनिशियली. ठीक है, जब ये जॉइन था हमारा सिस्टम तभी जो भी प्रेशर था, सपोज आई विल टेक एन एग्जाम्पल ओवर हियर. ये हमारा एक कंपार्टमेंट है जिसको मैंने हाफ में डिवाइड कर दिया. नाउ आई हैव 2 कंपार्टमेंट्स. तो इनिशियली इफ़ द प्रेशर वॉज P, कंपार्टमेंट अलग करने के बाद में भी फर्स्ट कंपार्टमेंट हैज़ प्रेशर P, सेकेंड कंपार्टमेंट हैज़ प्रेशर P. नाउ सो दिस इज इंटेंसिव वेरिएबल, डू नॉट डिपेंड ऑन द साइज ऑफ द सिस्टम. बट द टोटल मास इज कैपिटल M. कंपार्टमेंट तोड़ने के बाद यहाँ हो गया m/2, यहाँ हो गया m/2. मास गॉट डिवाइडेड, आधा आधा हो गया. सपोज मास अगर 4 था तो यहाँ पर 2 हो गया, और जैसे 4 ग्राम. सो यहाँ हियर इट इज़ 2 ग्राम इन दिस फर्स्ट कंपार्टमेंट, इन सेकेंड कंपार्टमेंट इट इज़ 2 ग्राम. सो मास इज इफेक्टेड बाय द साइज. सो मास इज एक्सटेंसिव वेरिएबल. ठीक है, now before so till now I have explained about variables. Before coming to state variables, I'll have to explain you all that states. These states are nothing but equilibrium states. So first let's understand what are equilibrium states. Thermodynamic equilibrium. We have studied about thermal equilibrium till now, but now we will be studying about thermodynamic equilibrium. If the system satisfies 3 conditions, all the 3 conditions, then it is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium. So first is mechanical equilibrium. If the pressure inside the system is same throughout and does not changes with the time, so at that time the system is in mechanical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium. No chemical reaction within the system, no chemical reaction is going within the system, or no transfer, no matter is transferred from one part of the system to other part of the system, or from system to the surrounding, or the chemical reaction within the system is same. Like if we are taking water, so what is the chemical reaction? That is H2, right? So it remains same throughout and do not changes with the time. So water is at chemical equilibrium. That is the chemical composition of the system. We are talking in chemical equilibrium, we are talking about chemical composition of the system. If that remains same throughout the time, then that system is said to be in chemical equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium. If there is no transfer of heat between 2 systems and it remains the same throughout the time, then the body is at thermal equilibrium. Let's see in short about this 3 things. Mechanical equilibrium. If the pressure should remain same throughout, if the pressure should remain same throughout and should not change with time, then it is mechanical equilibrium. Chemical composition should remain same throughout. Same throughout means if I am taking water at the lower level and at the upper level, it should remain same. That is the meaning of this term, that it should remain same throughout and should not change with the time. It is same throughout. If I see at present and after 2 hours, it should remain same. After 3 hours, it should remain same. It should not change. For thermal equilibrium, temperature should remain same throughout and should not change with time. So these are my 3 equilibrium states. Those variables or macroscopic variables which describe every equilibrium state of the system are known as state variables. Okay, for example, we have a system that is suppose gas, which is in thermal equilibrium. Thermodynamic equilibrium means the system is satisfying all the 3 equilibrium states. Okay, so the variables, suppose your variables are pressure, volume, temperature and mass. These 4 macroscopic variables are describing my each equilibrium state of the system. Then these macroscopic variables are state variables. Now, if my system is thermodynamic system, then these state variables will be thermodynamic state variables. You understood? What are this? And these state variables are given specific value, as I have told that the temperature has given a value that is 40 degrees Celsius, pressure is given value 10 pascals, pascal is the unit of the pressure, right? Mass, that is 10 gram of the system or 20 gram of the system. So all these things are given, all these macroscopic variables are given specific values to describe the equilibrium state of the system. So these state variables are known as thermodynamic state variables if my system is a thermodynamic system. So in short, thermodynamic state variables describe equilibrium state of the thermodynamic system. Thermodynamic state variables describe equilibrium states of the thermodynamic system. Now, if the system is not in equilibrium, then state variables cannot describe that system. Okay, if the system is not in equilibrium, then state variables cannot describe that system. Now, mathematical relation between the state variables is known as equation of state. For an ideal gas, the equation of state will be PV is equal to nRT. What is this PV and nRT? It is nothing but state variables. They are describing my ideal gas. They are describing the equilibrium state of my ideal gas. So the equation, that is mathematical equation, that is LHS is equal to RHS, it is nothing but equation of state. Now the graphical representation of equation of state is known as pressure volume diagram, pressure volume curve or indicator diagram of the system. Now let's draw pressure volume diagram or pressure volume curve for my ideal gas. So here it is at constant temperature and for a given number of mole. N is what? Number of mole. So here N will remain constant. R is also a constant, that is universal gas constant, and T I have described here at constant temperature. So all these terms are constant. If this is constant and I remove this constant, then this equation can be written as P is inversely proportional to V. See, if I write this V in the denominator and if I remove this constant, then the equality sign will go from here and we'll have a proportionality sign. In this case, we'll say P is inversely proportional to volume. So at constant temperature for ideal gas, we can draw pressure volume curve, and that pressure volume curve is called isotherm at constant temperature. So let's draw for it. Initially at V1 volume, that is 2, see the pressure, this is the graph or this is the curve. This curve is pressure volume curve. Okay, let's see whether it satisfies this condition or not. प्रेशर ज़्यादा होगा तो वॉल्यूम कम होगा. चलो कम वॉल्यूम पे देखते हैं. वॉल्यूम जब 2 है तो प्रेशर 9 है. ठीक है, ये पॉइंट पे चेक कर लिया. अब एंड पॉइंट पे चेक करते हैं. पहले स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट पे चेक किया, अब एंड पॉइंट पे चेक करते हैं. वॉल्यूम 8 है तो प्रेशर 1 है, मतलब वॉल्यूम ज़्यादा है तो प्रेशर कम है. सो दिस कंडीशन इज satisfied for my ideal gas. So this is what is my pressure volume curve for ideal gas at constant temperature. Here again we have taken an equation and we'll be representing this equation with the help of pressure volume curve. Let's see. This equation, we have derived this equation from here. That is, we have calculated the total work done by the system in changing the volume of the cylinder, right? So what is the equation which we have obtained? That is, the work done in changing the volume of the cylinder is equal to pressure, then small change in the volume, and the volume changes from, this work done is changing the volume. From where the volume is changing? From Vi to Vf. So this is the equation which we are going to represent in the form of PV curve. First, there will be three cases. First case is, I am increasing the volume of the gas, that is, gas is expanding. I will be changing the pressure. Okay, I will be changing the pressure and the gas will expand. So gas expands means the system performs work on the piston. That time work will be positive. So work, this is what? Work done. So in this case, first case, work will be greater than 0. Work will be greater than 0. Okay? V1 is nothing but my initial volume and V2 is my final volume. So this was in the theoretical form or written format. Let's see the graph for this. Here is the graph. See, for V1, initially, here see what it is. Upper limit is V2, lower limit is V1. Upper limit should be greater than the lower limit. Then only the work will be positive. Even this is the second method to find out whether the work done is positive or not. And the first one is, if system is doing work, then the work will be positive. Here of course system is doing work because the gas is expanding. Gas is expanding means the system is doing work and that work will be positive. First way. And second way is to find out that upper limit should be greater than the lower limit. And here the pressure is not constant. We are varying the pressure. For that reason I have written the pressure inside the integration and pressure is not outside the integration. If you see in this case, pressure is removed out of the integration because in this case, in this derivation where we were finding or calculating the work done in changing the volume of the cylinder, in this case the pressure was constant. So that for that reason we have removed the pressure outside. See, we have written in this, constant pressure is exerted by the system on the piston. So for that reason pressure is out of the integration. Okay, now the second case, V2 should be greater than the V1. Then also the work done will be positive. Now coming to the graph, what I told, V2 should be greater. Let's see. Initial volume. For initial volume we have greater pressure. Initial मतलब 1. This is the curve. ये जो line है ना, arrow बता रहा है, this is the curve. It was V1, volume V1 to volume V2. From initial to final. Work done. So V1 pressure P1, for V2 volume pressure is P2. See, in this case V2 is greater than V1. Of course अगर इस तरफ जाएंगे तो V2 is greater than V1. So work done will be positive. And this equation for this case where the gas expands is represented in this form. And the area inside the graph is nothing but the area inside the graph represents the work done in changing the volume of the gas. ये जो colored area है, this is representing the amount of work done in changing the volume from V2 to V1. ठीक है? Second case, the gas compresses. If the gas compresses means something is doing work on the system, at that time work is negative. See, the work is smaller than 0. If work is negative, दूसरा चीज़ क्या है? V2 छोटा होगा, V1 बड़ा होगा, तभी work negative आया. Let's see. See, V2 छोटा है, V1 बड़ा है. मतलब यहाँ पर graph is going in the upward direction. इसमें the curve was coming in the downward direction. Here the graph will be drawn from here to here. That is the arrow indicating. V1, देखो V1 is बड़ा. Initially the volume was more. गैस का वॉल्यूम कंप्रेस हो गया, मतलब वॉल्यूम कम हो गया. सो V1 यहाँ था, एट दैट टाइम प्रेशर वॉज स्मॉल. प्रेशर अप्लाई किया, देखो प्रेशर बढ़ा, वॉल्यूम कम हो गया. बराबर, प्रेशर बढ़ा, प्रेशर यहाँ से प्रेशर बढ़ गया, वॉल्यूम कम हो गया. सही बात है ना. अगर मैं प्रेशर किसी चीज़ पे लगाऊँ तो वॉल्यूम कम हो जाएगी. देखो वॉल्यूम V1 से V2 पे आ गया, मतलब फाइनल कंडीशन पे प्रेशर बढ़ चुका है. P1 से प्रेशर बढ़ के आया V2 पे और वॉल्यूम कम हो गया. सो एरिया इनसाइड द ग्राफ shows me the work done in changing the volume of the gas or compressing the gas. इतना amount का work लगेगा, that highlighted portion. So again this is pressure volume curve representing my this equation in this case. Third volume of the gas can expand at constant pressure. In this case, the pressure will remain constant, but the volume of the gas is expanding. Initially, 1 मतलब initially, volume क्या था? V1. Pressure उतना के उतना ही, pressure बढ़ा नहीं. Second case, मतलब V1 से volume बढ़ गया, V2 पे आ गए हम. V1 suppose 2 था, V2 is 6. सो V1 से हम आ गए V2 पे, हमारा वॉल्यूम बढ़ गया बट प्रेशर इज सेम, सो प्रेशर इज कांस्टेंट. सो इन दिस केस द वर्क डन इज रिप्रेजेंटेड लाइक दिस. सी प्रेशर इज कांस्टेंट तो P बाहर है और V2 माइनस V1. ऑफकोर्स V2 बड़ा है ना V1 से, V2 V1 से बड़ा है तो V2 माइनस V1. सो इन दिस केस वर्क डन विल बी पॉजिटिव एंड वर्क डन विल बी इक्वल टू P and the square brackets or any brackets V2 minus V1. And the area inside the curve represents the work done in expanding the volume of the gas at constant pressure. So this was all about pressure volume curve.